Good morning and once again welcome to my YouTube channel, Maths with Ease by Mr. Kamotho. And in this video I want us to learn the skills of sketching quadratic curves. And in this question we are told to sketch the graph of y is equals to x squared minus 5x plus 4 and find the coordinates of its turning point. Very important statement there. Find the coordinates of its turning point. Now, in this question, we have two things or two features to focus on. We need to focus on the solutions, the x-axis intercept. Where does the graph cut the x-axis? And we also need to focus on the turning point. And we are going to see how best we can answer this question. So at the x-axis intercept, or we know that where the graph cuts the x-axis, those are the solutions of this quadratic graphs. Or rather, we also know that at x-axis, y is equals to 0. So in this case, we're going to solve the equation, which is x squared minus 5x plus 4 is equals to 0. And of course, we can easily talk about factors. Like we have minus 4 minus 1 to get or to give us minus 5, minus 4 minus 1 multiply together to give us a positive 4. So we have x squared minus x minus 4x plus 4 is 0. X common, we have x minus 1 minus 4x minus 1 is equals to 0. So we have x minus 1, x minus 4 being equals to 0, x is equals to 1, or x is equals to 4. So these are the x-axis intercept, or rather where the graph cuts the x-axis, the solutions, which we can sometimes call the roots. That is one aspect. To get the turning point of the curve, and even before we get to the turning point, we would want to know, now that we know where the graph cuts the x-axis, where does the graph cut the y-axis? Along the y-axis, we all know that if you're having a graph that looks like this, and allow me to just have it here, we have 1 there and we have 4 there. These are the x-axis intercept. What is the y-axis intercept? We all know that along this y-axis, x is equals to 0. Along y-axis, x is equals to 0. So within the same equation, we substitute x being equals to 0 and y is equals to 0 minus 0 plus 4. So y is equals to 4. So it cuts the y-axis at the point y is equals to 4. That is okay. Before we can even now go to the turning point, we know what is the nature of this curve. We have always said that when a, or rather the coefficient of x squared is positive, when the coefficient of x squared is positive, and we can see our a is 1, a is greater than, when a is positive, in this case, when a is greater than 0, then we have a U-shaped curve. When a is less than 0, then we have an N-shaped curve. And that one can already tell us that the curve is, because our a is 1 greater than 0, we have a U-shaped curve. That notwithstanding, let us now go to how we get the turning point, because it's a question. To easily get the coordinates of the turning point, we can directly go and try to complete the square of the function where x squared minus 5x plus 4. Complete the square and get the turning point, because we know the moment the square is completed, we know that x, when we have x squared plus bx, completing the square, we have x plus b over 2 squared minus b over 2 squared. Now we have our p and our q. Now we have to understand the turning point when it is complete. When this one is complete, it is always in the form of x plus p squared plus q. When this one is in this format, then the turning point has coordinates minus p, q, whatever p is and whatever q is. So let us try to complete the square here. The constant is not disturbing us, so we have x minus, this is our b, 5 over 2 squared minus 5 over 2 squared plus 4. And we have x minus 5 over 2 squared minus 25 over 4 plus 4. So when you put the two constants together, we have negative 25 over 4 plus 4. This one gives us negative 9 over 4. This one gives us, now we have x minus 5 over 2 squared minus 9 over 4. And already, as you can see, this one is in this format, x plus p squared plus q, meaning that the turning point, as illustrated here, is the negative coordinates of p, which is minus 5 over 2, which is plus 5 over 2, and q negative 9 over 4. And that is the turning point. If I may go back to the diagram and try to illustrate and kind of show where this turning point is. 2.5 is this 5 over 2. That is 5 over 2. And we can already see minus 9 over 4 is on the negative side somewhere here. This is minus 9 over 4, which is basically negative 2.25. So it means we could be here 5 over 2 minus 9 over 4. And because we know it is U-shape, cutting the y-axis at 0.4, cutting the x-axis at 1, this is 1, turning point being that one, and cutting the x-axis again at 4, that is our graph. And what remains now is naming the graph. And what is the name of the graph? Y is equals to x squared minus 5x plus 4. Okay, let us meet in the next video, and remember to subscribe.